Good morning, Jaydeep. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Very
Am I
good.
audible? Yeah, am I
Yes.
audible?
Yeah, loud and clear. And myself?
Yes, same.
Very good. Very good. So let's wait for some more time and then we can get started. The way the webinar work is very interactive. You can stop me anytime and you can ask me question. Um, I will ask you some more information like what is your business, what you do, so that it can help me to set the right background. So let's wait for 1 minute and then we can get started. Let's see if there are more people. If not, then we go as it is. Okay.
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay, I did some setup, so now I'm ready. So tell me, Jaydeep, more about yourself, what you do, what is your business, and how you approach sort of content creation so far.
Actually, I am working in the agency, digital marketing agency.
Yeah.
I'm working as a digital marketing executive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but my more focus was in the SEO field only.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking for the freelancing like SEO clients and organic and paid clients, ad clients.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking to start my short startup for the 2 3 lines.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you look for the SEO agency or about your SEO knowledge itself, right? How do you plan if suppose customers come to you and they want a website, right? How do you plan to understand that who are the people they are targeting? Like, because when you start with a website development or a content creation project in agency or in as a freelance digital marketer, right?
Yeah.
You need to understand their requirement, like what website they need, for what they need, what is their target audience. So have you done in the past something like that, like a buyer persona research or target audience research?
I have done, but not in the as large as the way. I've done
Right.
in the small way.
Right.
That's the reason I was interested in the CrawlQ because I have done masters in media and advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so all the things comes inside to this, like we have to study all the things about a particular person, company, niche, and all the things.
Right, right. So if I understand you, where you come from is you have heard about it, you have studied about it, and the thing that you wanted to expect today is how CrawlQ can help with that, right? That's your expectation.
Yes, yes. How it will help me to in a small time, in a short time, to expand my business and all things.
Right, right. Okay, good. I'll try to cover some of these expectations. Before we do that, it is important to understand that, of course, there are two types of tool in the market. One helps you to quickly gain some SEO knowledge, create some content, publish it, right? And there's other type of tool, and one CrawlQ is one of that takes some time to set it up. And once you set it up properly, you sort of reap the benefits again and again. So it's there are two things, right? Sometime you need some proper time to set up things, but then
Mhm.
it can save a lot of time later, right? So this needs a little bit mindset and understanding, right? If you're the person who need more consistent result, structured result, long term result, then you need to invest some time in the beginning to gain time later. But if you are the person who is looking for very quick gains in a very short period of time, then the time that you put here in short period of time, again you need to put that same short period of time to get that small result. Again you need to put that short time to get that small result. So if you see on a long term, you're wasting a lot of time because the time versus results are not proportionate. But when you start with CrawlQ, you invest some time in the beginning, but then results are long term, effective, and more beneficial because um, without some case study, even I don't get the testimonial. I can say this because it links you back to the fundamental study that you have done in your education also. In our education, it always was the primary concern that understand about the business of the company, understand about who are the target audience, understand their unique value proposition, right? That's what we have been taught in degrees and mbas in colleges and any kind of education that we do. But when we go into the market, start doing this, we are so much busy with these keyword tools, SEO tools, that we
Yeah.
forget all these fundamentals, right? And these fundamentals are designed for a purpose because if you are a serious digital marketer, if you're a serious person who want to get highly paid or much sought after influential person on in Silicon Valley, be it in India or in US, you need to develop deep domain expertise to write the content that people say like on the SEO type of things. They don't need domain expertise. You just need some tool, some research, keyword research, and anyone can start developing the content. So I wanted to take out all these people separately and um, sort of wish them good luck because at some point of time, like this content will be too much saturated and won't give any knowledge to anyone. But on the other hand, those who are willing to take more extra steps, hard steps, for them there is a structure, and for them they wanted to plan it, they wanted to have sustainable long term approach. And at the same time, um, we should not think that this AI or any other tool will replace human, right? So the human intelligence is there, and that's where CrawlQ stand out because it allows you to build your human intelligence, whatever experience, knowledge you have gained so far, right? You can use that, you can seed that with the CrawlQ, and AI is just there to expand on that. AI is just there to help you to scale that process. And the region then here is the starting point is you input some information, right? You collect some information, you understand the business, and what you gain out of it is that it's scaling your abilities much faster later when you start creating content. And it do not start like most of the tool out there. It start with the NLP and applying NLP to SEO, trying to find out keywords, topics. But this approach is different. It is based on the idea of conversion copywriting. So we are not focused in getting traffic, but we are focused in getting right traffic and which we can convert with high probability. So you wanted to invest in the content which is more resonating, more directly connected with your brand value, more directly speaking the pain point of your target audience than just some bunch of SEO keywords and topics. So does that ring some bell with you? Like, uh, are you concerned about at this stage anything, or does it connect back what you have some hidden concern that all these tools out there from SEO to AI tools, they're too much focused on the SEO part? Is, do you have some comment or thought on that?
Till now, I have used few GPT-3 tools like Writer, then Niches, and other GPT tools. That I found that most of the content is plagiarized. Hello, is it
Mm-hmm.
audible?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm audible. Plagiarized in what sense?
like most of the content is already they have taken copy paste, right? Like already when I have in my research I found that GPT-3 can't write it own. It's collected data from other sources. Yes, right, I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
And
trained. It is trained on a. So where are you dialing from today? Which city?
I stay in Bhiwandi, Mumbai.
Okay, so let's say Mumbai, right?
Yeah.
So if you are sitting right now in Mumbai and you're typing in a GPT-3 tool, give me best protein powder for my dog. His breed is Labradoodle. Okay, what is describe the best protein powder for this? Somebody in the US in New York also doing the same query. Myself, I'm sitting here in Amsterdam. I'm also doing the same query. Now you tell me what is the difference, except that we are using different tools. We are going to same GPT-3 and asking this, right?
Yes.
So more or less we expect 80% to 90% result should be same, except the parameters that might be different in one tool than the other tool, right?
Yes.
But what if we don't send directly GPT-3 this information, but we do some research about what are the different types of breed, what is the special requirement of Labradoodle, what kind of protein help him better, what kind of protein do not help him better, what are the pain points of the dog owners, what is the single big desire, what is roadblock, key questions. If we do all this research first, right? And
Yes.
of course, doing this research, we also use GPT-3, right, or any language model. But now, once we have done the research and we are very specific, so now what you have done this research in Mumbai and in Amsterdam and in like say New York will differ, because I have done this research for a different client. I have taken a different breed of Labra or Labradoodle, but it was a different client. It has different weight. It has different requirement. So attributes has changed of the research, right?
Yes.
In Amsterdam, I did the same research, but I have changed some attributes. Then in New York, he did the same research, but he changed some attributes. So now with this research, which is going first as an input, and then we create out of this research an intelligent layer to talk to GPT-3, then we are going to get unique content, because it's not a problem with GPT-3. I will tell you, it's not a problem with GPT-3. GPT-3 is just a language model. You provided some input, it is spit out some output. But the the thing is how we structure the communication between the user and GPT-3. That is most important. And if you are following me so far, what I'm saying with CrawlQ, we have a different approach. So what we do is we first do a big market research. We do the research on the business. We do the research on the target audience. And we use this research in a way to create the instruction to GPT-3 on the fly. So these are not fixed prompt, but these are like intelligent prompt. And then we don't only use GPT-3, but then any language model that we plug in for the purpose which fits best to the content creation. Sometimes GPT-3 might work better, but sometimes other model might work better, but or sometimes just another approach of NLP might work better. It can be rewriting something, or it can be summarizing something. But if it is handled dynamically using a layer which is smartly communicating between users input and the language model, then you see the difference. And this is unique content, because then we are just pushing the language model to give a very specific set of content which is around our market research, and not in general with what is the best food for Labradoodle. Because once you fire that same general query all everywhere, then it's going to be same. But when we are um, firing it with some additional context, like what is the single big pain point in Amsterdam to get the dog food, or what is the difference, or what kind of different stores in Mumbai to get this dog food. When we pass these additional references with more additional research and change in the way we ask the content, right, it will differ. So then the content will be unique, because you are feeding so much additional information into it, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Like how much we enter, we get more detailed and we get benefited answer, right? More
Right.
benefit.
More benefit, because more you create your inputs, They are more unique inputs because they are your own input, right? When you create your own input, you're not looking at the Google keyword, Google search keywords. You're not looking at other places. You're using your own domain knowledge about that subject topic, and you use AI to just help you to further develop it. And I will show you an example like that.
But it's a
Um,
supporting factor for us, right?
yeah, this helps us in developing unique content, because when we are doing a proper market research. Now, before I go there, I wanted to just make sure that you understand the basics. So here we don't start with keyword search volume topics, but we start with F.R.E.D. F.R.E.D is our customer avatar. F.R.E.D is someone who is single person. We start with single person. We call it niche. This person has a lot of attributes. This person is someone who you can take on a coffee date. You know this person in network in Mumbai. You know from your friend circle or from your LinkedIn, from your Facebook profile. You know you have met this person, but this person is also interested in your services, being as a digital marketer or a freelancer. This person is maybe your friend who is setting up a startup. So this person is someone who can you can ask. This person has emotions. This is a real life person. He has his dreams, desires, feelings, something going on in his life, troubles, worries, suspicions. He belongs to certain groups, interest. He has right. He has some lot
Yes.
of things going on in his life, personal life, professional life. But see, we are not talking to keyword research tool. We are talking to our friend, and our friend is somehow connected with our services, and we are using this friend. We call it F.R.E.D. F.R.E.D is acronym for a person who has fears, who want results. He has expectations. He has desires. So this person is our starting point. This single person, and this is what we call inside CrawlQ niche. And then when we narrow it down, this person. So we only work on this person first time. We we don't. When I say niche, sub niche, we still think about one single person and his problems and his struggle, and roadblocks. We don't start considering other people in this. We start to focus only on one person, and that's the key. Because what is happening then, once we collect AI insights, or we feed general idea, we get more insights, or we take some more ideas into it, then we are generalizing this one person into statistically significant number of threads. So it's one now, but when we start doing some research and we represent it and we create a customer avatar, then we are generalizing this person. We are creating statistically significant number of this blue image in the picture. You see, so what we are doing, we are creating a customer avatar. This customer avatar is our F.R.E.D. This F.R.E.D we need to really know and know well. We need to know what kind of words he is using. We need to know what is going inside F.R.E.D's mind. We need to know when you will meet him next time, on Marine Drive, with discussions about his business and having a coffee in both of your hand, right? Then this F.R.E.D, you need to have good conversation points, conversation plugs, when you want to meet this person in real life for your business, right? On a coffee date. So you need to know what is going on inside your F.R.E.D's mind better than what he knows. And that's the extent where we wanted to deep dive into this, right? Secret code he's here is we wanted to understand not his date of birth, where he go after Saturday night, or which movie he is watching. No, we don't want that information. We want information, and we call it PQR2. So we want to understand problems, questions, roadblocks, and results that this person wants. And that's where CrawlQ stand out, because it helps you to do the research on this person, expand this research in a way that it generalize it. Okay, then you go through this workspace. You have niche, sub niche, micro niche, vertical. You create ideal prospect overview. Now, if you know this person already from your circle quite well, then you can directly do the whole research. You even don't need to look any keyword research tool or anything else. But if suppose if you're talking to first time this person about a subject, let's say 3D printing. Now you don't know about 3D printing, but you are a digital market, you work with agency, and you have the confidence that you can develop a knowledge about this, but your expertise is more in the copywriting, content creation, developing a website, funnel, conversion mechanism. So you have that practical knowledge, but you don't have a knowledge in 3D printing, right? So in that case, you take a detour. In this case, there are some other tools available inside the CrawlQ which will help you to develop knowledge on the business and topic itself before you plan a coffee date with Fred. And if your Fred is coming with same domain, right, as you are in, then you don't need this knowledge because you already know about that domain or subject, right? So what is important is there is always a sweet spot. Sweet spot is like intersection between what the skills you have and what skills Fred has, right? You cannot talk to Fred about any random things when you go on a coffee date for a business meeting. There should be some commonalities. There should be some common characteristics between you and Fred, and that's your sweet spot. And in sometime in the sweet spot is not clear, so you need to do some additional research before you can do your market research. Once you do your basic 5% market research, you can train Athena. Athena is, as I said, an intelligent communication layer between the language models and the user's input. What is difference here is that it really allows you your human intelligence to carry away with you when you train Athena, because it take all your input, it index all your input, and it can create intelligent communication now with the language model, which is quite differentiated, unique, specific, and it will remain consistent same because um, you are not every time when you're writing content, you're not thinking again about the problem, pain point, roadblock, result, question that Fred has. You have done it one time, studied well it one time, and now it's a kind of ready reckoner, ready reference for you to use it in the content creation process. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so once you train Athena, you can create content using AI content writer or a sales copywriting wizard, which almost create like a 80 to 90% usable sales letter, blog post, and you have additional tools to research those content. So with that information, I think I can take some example. So do you have already tool purchase, or have you tried with it, or you are completely new to it?
I'm completely new to this because I was planning to buy a tire 2 from AppSumo
Okay,
right now. Yeah.
okay, good. Then let me take some example which can help you to understand. There are different workspaces. So when you start with CrawlQ, you create workspace, right? You
Right.
give it attach it to domain name. You create that domain or the workspace, and workspace means an individual single buyer persona. So means if I am talking about 3D printing or artificial intelligence or book publication or B2B copywriting or budget travel to Belize in Central America or content automation, cotton farmers pain point, customer service management, these each workspace, they refers to one single buyer persona, one single Fred. And the thing is, what you're trying to achieve here is you keep these buyer persona separate. You're not mixing the results from one buyer persona to another. That's why you have these single workspaces. So let me pick up some topic which might be interesting to you. What exactly you want to see more, like your own topic? Are you familiar with um, 3D printing, or are you familiar with, let's say, digital agencies, right? That's what your work area is, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, let's take this example. So when you um, actually setup is different when you start, you are forced to ask some questions in the beginning, but imagine that these questions are already answered here. So this is your niche. We are talking about digital marketing agency owners, and we are talking about B2B digital marketing agency solo entrepreneurs. That's what you also said me to, you wanted to focus in as a freelancer, attract startup clients, right? and want to give them some services in content creation. So your niche is your digital marketing agency, solo entrepreneur. Now we are narrowing it down to the same problem solution space. So you're still same person. B2B advertising, paid traffic campaign, social media, SEO, branding, web design, content marketing, agency, you're yourself, one person, you're specializing in SaaS marketing. That's what you wanted to do, SaaS marketing, right? You wanted to help your friend who's starting up, and maybe SaaS is a different word, but you can also say startup marketing. Okay.
Yes.
Then vertical is marketing. Josh is your friend that you know someone in Mumbai. And you can take this Josh on Marine Drive for a coffee discussion, and you both know each other. So Josh is 37-year-old, maximum digital agency owner. He has been in digital marketing agency for over 20 years and has been maximum digital agency owner for last 5 years. He wants to grow his client portfolio in SaaS marketing, but he lacks the domain knowledge in SaaS niche and the ability to speak with authority on topics related to SaaS products and SaaS industry. So this is your person. He is not stupid. He is not a random person. He is already a business owner. He is also having his own content creation and effort, but both of you have same background.
Right.
You also have a digital marketing agency background. This person also has a digital marketing agency background, but he has no tech background. He lack knowledge about SaaS. What is SaaS? He lack knowledge about how startups work. He lack knowledge about how startup get funding. He lack knowledge about how startup should start creating content, funnel, conversion mechanism. And this is what your domain expertise, for example, and you can help Josh in developing his business further with your freelance with your freelance career, right? So this setup makes sense to you,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? So once you have some basic information here, you save it, you can generate insights. These insights iterate over your input. These insights help you to further get more new ideas, aspects, angles about Josh. Not specifically that we feed this personal biodata of Josh into system, but we are using general AI insights about problems, solution, roadblock, and then we are generalizing Josh in a way that there are statistically significant number of Josh in the streets of Mumbai where you can sell them something, because you're not going to sell only to Josh, but more such people, right?
Yes.
I think I need to generate, or maybe something is not good here. And so the structure is, you start with niche, you have demographics, you have semantics, and you have psychographics. Once you provide the seed idea to this information, like it expands on it. So you provide your own seed idea and start expanding on it. You can see like,
It's, sorry to disturb you, but can I ask a few questions?
yeah, you can already, yes.
So as you already told, if I'm going to pitch any client, right, I already get this detail from him only because he's a particular business owner, right?
Right.
Yeah, I have to just take from him and I have to paste it here, and I will get some result here only, right? And I can show him in the second meeting or like that, right?
This is exactly what it is designed for. So you can also go pre-prepared with some information about Josh. You know his LinkedIn profile. You know, maybe you met in college. You have some good idea about him, what he's doing already. You can start with this, like what I just did here, right?
Yeah.
Without knowing Josh that much, and I got some of these insights. I can go with this preparation homework and speak more to him, come back next day, like Monday after I meet him Friday. Monday I can come back in office and again feed this information back, and improve that information based on the notes and the discussion or the memory notes that I have after talking to Josh. And you can do it more number of time, right? More client you get, like if you're talking to three different people, if you find some common pattern, you can come back here and write it. And now if suppose you find some other Josh who is not only a startup idea, but he has like a e-commerce store business, then this is a different buyer persona. He has a different pain point. Then you can create a separate workspace and you can start separately for that. You don't need to mix things here, because this is a specific buyer persona with a specific target market, right?
As you already told, like a one thread, right?
Yes, it's a
One
one
thread.
thread. Yes, one thread with his own problem solution. And since we are not asking about his date of birth, his privacy information, we are more focusing on the general problem solutions, right? So that doesn't matter in the end, because we are abstracting it, generalizing it. So in the background, theoretically, there are many such Josh who are there on the Mumbai street, on the Mumbai street, and this approach really uh, sound counterintuitive from the SEO point of view, because you wanted to reach more and more people. But the problem with that approach is when you do more people, like when you're choosing a keyword or something, there your message is going like in the let's say maybe 50,000 or 500,000, maybe 1 million people, and then you are generalist. You're not sound very specific. But what will happen, even if you do quite good, you can rank your blog, but all these people will come to your website, but they won't convert, because they have heard the same claim from thousands of people like you, right? They have heard the same thing, exactly same thing, from thousands and thousands of people. So there is a concept in marketing, it's called stage of awareness of Fred. Like what is Josh in this case? Is he aware about this problem and solution statement? Is he aware that there is a person called Jaydeep who has a very special solution for his problem? No, he might not be aware about this, and we are sending him some message which he feel like it's general. But once you understand what is his situation, is he aware of the problem solution, is he already know that there are so much claim of the similar thing happening in the market, and then his reaction might be different. And when he is almost considering to purchase or sign a contract with you to help him on this digital marketing, then his questions will be different, right? So we need to understand his journey. We need to understand the stage of awareness of our Fred, and then prepare content in a way which we can hit him at the right time, right spot, right? And that's where CrawlQ will help you, because you don't need to fill all these detail at one time, right? It's so too many details. The idea here is you go on a coffee date, you collect information, you bring that feedback, and then you evolve it over a period of time. So maybe if he comes to you for a website project and you want also content creation from you, then you create the project in phases. Like phase one, I'm going to do a feasibility analysis where I'm going to come with my own preparation. I will ask some question to you. Once you provide me answers to the question, I'll go back to CrawlQ and generate more insights. I will store this data about you. This is phase one. Phase two is when I'm going to more deeper into your target audience, your business, and I will collect some more data and I'll complete the next 25% of the research, and I will create some blog content, email, and send to you. You can even design the website in a way that it covers phase one, phase two with more case studies, testimonials, and keywords and other funnels, right? So website you can also deliver in stages in the phase if you design your project like this. So it helps you actually in delivering something which is consistent, meet expectation from Josh, and also move him in this process from one phase to other phase in a structured, in a planned way. Make sense?
Yes, yes.
So it's more like a kind of a consulting tool, project tool, where you get the data, you sort of beat this data more to get more insights. You talk to Fred, you come back again, you inform it, and then you create. It will help you to create content. So we can demographics like what kind of target audience we are targeting: age, gender, location, occupation, marital status, experience, education level, traffic channels, semantics. Here you can also take some help from the search or other keywords people are searching, or the questions that people are searching. But in this case, our main topic of interest was B2B SaaS content marketing, and then other topics were create more conversions, conversion increase ROI. So create more conversions to increase ROI by improved user experience. B2B SaaS target audience research. You see, these topics are not like keyword which you see generally in the search engine SEO. These are more specific questions, concerns, or goals. B2B SaaS target audience research, create a content strategy using more user experience, SaaS marketing campaigns, content creation, your headline maximum digit, you're addressing to this person, Josh, attention to Josh, who is a maximum digital agency owner. Your niche headline is about the digital agency owners, and your main headline is how to maximize conversions without, oh sorry, with improved user experience, how to maximize conversions with improved user experience. So your services, your claim to Josh is that you can help him to improve the user experience on website by taking care of XYZ things. You're expert in digital marketing, you're expert in SEO, but you're also positioning yourself as an expert on user experience because you have seen multiple tools, you understand them well, you have gained some experience in how to manage and expand on the user experience. And then there is this psychographics. So what is single big shocking statement? Everyone believes in something, but the truth is opposite of that. Emotional payoff, single big desire, problems, questions. Single big question that Joe has is, what is the best way to optimize my website for SaaS clients? That's what he is looking for. He himself is not a SaaS expert. He has a digital marketing agency background, and you are a freelancer. You know more about SaaS websites, so you can help him. And this is his big question. Result: he want to grow his client portfolio. Roadblock: he have no technical background and knowledge in SaaS industry. Now, uh, good thing which I didn't tell you, Jaideep, is we have to just fill these two information now after we do the first box here, like only these two information, and then rest we say fill with AI. So everything is filled with AI here. Everything that I just uh, read in like few seconds ago is everything is filled with AI. We save it and we generate insights. These insights will help you further to improve these. And it's exactly like having a meeting with four or five of you in a small boardroom. You're asking everyone to put their sticky notes on the whiteboard. And these, after this, you are reading these sticky notes and saying, hey, Umesh has something to say good. Hey, John has mentioned something. Oh, I know it already. No, but see, Pradeep is saying something which I don't know. And this Pradeep is saying somewhere here something which you can use and improve this. And this way, you optimize this. The workflow is you input two information, you fill with AI, you save it, you generate insights, you optimize it, you go back to Josh, have a coffee with him, talk more, ask and explain this and discuss this. You get one more insight, you come back, you improve this, and that's how you develop your market research continuously as your project evolves. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this was part of the market research. You can
Just,
go.
just I want to add one point here.
Yeah.
In the starting, you told me that I am researching a particular topic. I am staying in the Mumbai, right? You are
Yes.
in Amsterdam, and
Yes.
you are doing a particular topic research in Amsterdam.
Yes.
Is it possible? Is it
Yeah.
possible? Like I am in Mumbai, I am targeting only India or as a Maharashtra.
Yeah.
So can we add a location?
Yes, this is what we did. So the moment we start saying location, age, location was here, San Francisco in this case. We can say it's Mumbai, right? And now when I save this, generate insights, the information that will come here will be
Will
different.
generate a
Like,
different copy, right? It will
yeah,
generate
different
different.
copy because it is taking my previous input and my current input, and based on this is generating my insights. So
Right.
if I am doing it in San Francisco, US, or in
I have
Mumbai, it will differ.
yeah. But if I have a one business, but he have a four target audience. Like one is Gujarati community, one is Hindi community. So it can generate that type of content, like for targeting different state and region.
I would say demographic is important because you wanted to be only one best option in one place, right? You don't want to be a generalist, that you are also best in one place, another place. You want to be best person in one place. But nowadays, as everything is online, so we are focusing more in the problem solution space. The language, the region does not matter because we are agnostic to that. We, if we someone speak Hindi or someone speak German or French, still this person is living breathing person. He has emotions, feelings, desire. We are talking about human. So this human is human, right?
Yeah,
And he faces the same challenges, problem. Only small things might change when you are living in Mumbai, or you're living in Ahmedabad, or you're living in Amsterdam, or when you're in San Francisco. Still, human is human, right? It has emotions.
yeah,
So it won't change much. If you have same product, but there are four different locations you're targeting, I would not change the workspace. But when I'm having one product, but let's say this product is also used by lawyers and also doctors, and this same product is also used by teachers, then I would make three different buyer personas, because I'm his product agnostic. We are not putting product first here. We are understanding our target audience first in order to sell the product. Product
right.
will sell automatically because product, or you wanted to develop product also according to that persona. So the people who are in medical field, they have different pain points, different dreams, desires. The people who are lawyers, they have different psychographics, demographic background. The people who are teachers, they have their different needs, they have different goals. And marketing is all about not about your product, but about them. So we need to understand them. We
Yeah,
need to
understanding
understand
about them it's also important thing, so we can get more ROI from them.
exactly. Understanding them can also help you to improve your product. So you
Yeah,
can give a differentiated ROI from them. Each you can make a different add-on to your product which help to solve teachers problem better than lawyers. For lawyers, you can add something else to that product, right? If you go to McDonald, they sell the burger, but they also sell French fries and some other things, and they might add something when you are in Mumbai, as some special kind of side dish.
Indian
and
dish.
and when you're in Amsterdam, they might add something else, and when you are in New York, they might add some different kind of cheese to it, right? So that's how they make a differentiation, though the burger is same. So that's what exactly happens when you have different types of target audience. You need to really understand them, their pain point, feelings, emotions, desires. Once you have that, what you do here is you uh, train the Athena, this internal AI.
Yeah,
You can also inject more information related to your product, service. These are more like facts, numbers, figures, scientific evidences that you wanted to inject as facts. And then when you say power up, then you have all the information centrally aligned, one single source of truth. And you can always refer to that back. It's this Athena, in simple words, is like an AI assistant. This AI assistant is something similar. For example, someone is sitting beside you and you're saying, hey, Athena, give me the file number 679. And on page 5, I have written something like that, single big pain point. I want that now because I'm talking to Josh on Marine Drive. Hey, Athena, give me the single big feature of our solution service that I created and I researched 2 weeks back, and I now need it because I am in a conversation with Josh at Marine Drive. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you can have anytime you can go back and get a single big, you can ask it single big desire, right? It's like a search engine that we have created inside the app for that particular workspace buyer persona, and it will give me exactly same message consistently. So you don't need to carry notes, you don't need to remember it. You are having 10 different clients, you're working for them, you have done this research. Now you can just use this research consistently throughout your project, and there's no chance that one day you talk about one headline and next day you change completely. And it happens most of the time when we create website project, because we don't maintain a consistency. There is no record, and every time client comes, he's asking change, and then change happens, and we don't know which headline was working earlier, which is not right. So it's a very, very common problem in any kind of website project that you create. So it's not only help you to create content, but it really structure your all data at one place that you need for your project. Okay.
Yes.
Now I want to show you quickly content, because there are different types of content that you can create. I need to see if I have already content here. I think yes, a blog post on SaaS consulting services. Let's see what is this. So when you start, again, some input, it provides you the outline in the form of what you should start as an introduction, and then you have different tools to develop that outline. You can now you trained Athena, you can say write me Athena. You can create headline introductions, so headline and intros. You have all your competitor content here. So for example, this is website, this is ranking number 2, this is ranking number 1, and all their content, and you can expand anytime the content here. This content you can convert into questions, and those questions can also be again answered by AI. But now what is happening here, if you have noticed, when I press this button, how to generate more leads for your SaaS business. Now you tell me, how do it remember the SaaS business and SaaS term if I am just like coming here and generating randomly something? It remember because it is drawing the concept. Like I said, give me Athena, this file, that concept, right?
Yes, yes,
It is drawing that concept from our market research. And that's how exactly every time you generate any headline, introduction, text, it always refer to the market research that we have done. Okay.
because
SaaS consulting services. Sorry.
it's already stored in his brain, so it will force that to connect, right? Here.
Yeah. As I said in the beginning, we it's a very specific type of information that we are asking now with this dog food nutrition example.
Yes.
And Labradoodle, this dog is in Mumbai. He has some special needs, requirement, problems. He cannot go much out of the street because of the vehicles. He stays most of the site inside the apartment, and he needs special care, as opposed to a dog who is in a village. He goes, or maybe in another city in Amsterdam, he can go outside a lot more than in Mumbai, right? So we have different attributes, we have different information for the same thing, and then language model is going to be very specific on that, right? That's exactly what is happening here. We also have like these questions. You can convert competitors content into question, you can get their answers. You can in I think you get this in other tools as well. You can
Yeah,
research
yeah, yeah.
all your content,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
All your competitor content, but here,
Like I get the same thing in the writers and also you
right?
already get about, yeah.
So the approach is here different, because we just use this content to create more similar concepts, more similar ideas. And if it relates to what you're doing here, right, with this blog post, then you can generate answers to those questions.
Right. With the help of Athena, right?
Yeah, with the help of Athena, like same idea that we have done here. Now, there is another thing that is quite useful. I think I pressed too much information. Just let me refresh this page. So the write me Athena and train me Athena are two different things. So once you train the Athena, you can write the content. You can ask Athena, you can write Athena, and I'll show you that. We had the project of digital businesses. So for example, if I select here this, now I'm a bit lazy, I don't know what to do. I can say write me Athena also. And what it's going to do is like going to take this input and going to expand on it. Or you can write a very specific question also like provide me 8 tips. So you can change your the way you wanted to interact with this, because in the backend it has more information about it. And when you say write me Athena, it should be able to provide you some information on it. So you have different tools here, right? You have this headline intro tool. You have this way to interact with it. You can also create like something like a single big desire, and then you can say write me Athena. It will go back to a market research. It will fetch the same information that is there in the single big desire, and this will use this information to write the content for you when you are doing this way. We also have many scripts like templates, like if you wanted to write blog content and you are new to blogging, like how to structure it, then you can use this. And the blue thing that you're seeing is like you just select this and you say write me Athena, and other information is more for your knowledge and instructions. But you can design your whole blog like this. There is also some checklist you should check before publishing this. You have like single you have write your main call to action, single big result, tips and improvement, tips and reminder for your B2B SaaS consulting as your main topic, right? So it has a structure. This blog has a structure, and when you just use write me Athena, introduction, other tools, it will help you to create this blog. And there are many of such templates, like how to blog post, infographic blog post,
Right,
listicle
right,
blog post, pillar blog post, right? So these are different types of blog post that you can write using this approach. It's not like a push button approach where you're just getting text. No, it really goes into our market research. It talks the same language as we have trained Athena. And when we select this write me Athena, it provides us information based on our own research. You again see that these wordings, the language is similar, where we have done the market research. Single big shocking statement, single big emotional payoff, single big secret, 5 tips for main topic of interest, 5 ideas for the main topic of interest, 3 resources for the main topic of interest, single big result, main call to action, right? So this has a structure, and if you are new to the blogging and if you want to follow this structure, it's quite useful, because then you get a consistent approach to create and help Josh for his startup clients or his startup websites.
right.
Okay, so hopefully it is good information for you to think whether this is the right tool for you or not. It can be a steep learning curve. It is some time and investment, but the difference here is that it is allowing you to incorporate that feedback loop from Josh when you meet him on a coffee date.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, I think the deal is almost coming to an end. You can also buy it from our website. Going through the website, like on the pricing place,
Yes.
you get some extra learning budget from us. But you can also buy it directly from AppSumo. It's the same deal. No big change or no any additional things here. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Just
So
I have two questions right now.
yes. Mhm.
Just you mentioned that the AppSumo Plus plan, right?
Yes.
In this. So, like in the pricing section, just the same thing. It has a 10,000 credits, means like characters or words on the first tier. On the second tier, the 25,000 output generation credits, right?
Right. These are not characters, obviously. These are not even like one credit is not equal to one word, but one credit is equal to almost like 0.5 word or maybe 0.6 word. So when I said 10,000 credit limits, that means almost equal to 15, 16,000 words. And I don't think you create that much amount of content per month unless you are an agency or handling like 20 different clients. Then you can also take in higher tier where you have more like 80,000 uh, words, 80 credit. But they, sorry, they are not words. One credit is not equal to one word. By we wanted to say like that, but in practice it is hard because sometimes you see the output is of only 18 words, sometimes its output is of 80 words. So how we are going to measure it, because you cannot cut some output because then it won't make any sense, right? So when you get input output from a language model, you want to make it complete and you want to make it sense, right? So it's very hard to like just say, okay, I wanted to have one credit, one word, and then nobody will like it because you are like expiring it very fast. But here one credit is not always equal to one word. Not all, for
Yes.
sure it is not equal to one word. It is always less than that. Now how
I,
much less
I
than
have
that?
I have seen your question answers many people ask, but I haven't found the particular question because you mentioned about a credit, not about the characters, not about the words.
Yeah,
That was the first thing, and the
no
second
worries. Yeah.
was like it's on the basic plan updates I will get in the future, or this like you mentioned that plus pro plan, advanced plan, right?
Yeah, so this whole AppSumo deal is tied to the advanced plan. Any future update that we do in advanced plan, you will get it. But if there are other plans also, right, like pro plan or another plan, that is not part of this deal. This whole deal is tied to advanced plan. We also had earlier AppSumo deal, which was on the marketplace, and it was tied to basic plan. And anyone who is in the basic plan is automatically also part of the advanced plan. um, these both basic and advanced plan are same for that
Yes, yes,
matter,
yes.
and they are tied to AppSumo launch and as a lifetime deal. So there is no difference between previous buyers, new buyers, except we had some more credits we provided to the early adopters.
Right, right, right. Because I am not seeing any changes in the all the plans. Just you have mentioned the workspace users and the credit, right? There
Right.
is no difference like any future updates what pro plan will get or advanced plan will get.
Right.
Just
Currently, also there is no like feature difference. We all plans have same
yes,
features.
yes,
Difference is only in terms of credit workspace users, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
That's the reason I was like looking to purchase a tier two only.
Mhm.
So just two questions. What about the
Sure.
credit and yeah,
Anything else, you can always follow up to
support.
message support. We also have Facebook group on this. We have Slack channel. We have,
Yes, yes.
you can you send us an email on support@quantumicsolution.com. I have also dropped a private link to you if you wanted to purchase from website directly. That's
So
also
there is no
possible.
changes, right, from website and the AppSumo.
No, no, no.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so I hope I provided you good information, and it's almost time, so I need to go to another one. But
Yes, yes.
thank you for joining this, and I wish you a good day ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Aris. Thank you so much.
Bye bye. Take care. Bye.